Okay, so I have a pattern for a pillowcase. Got it online, super easy. And it uses a full width yard of fabric. This is a 42-inch wide spoon flower yard. And then makes 3 pieces. This is the pattern said for standard it's 27 inches, but I didn't get this very square, so I added an inch to cut it roughly 28. And to get that to happen, my mat is 24 inches, and I just pulled my fabric 4 inches past the end to cut on the 0 there. Because pillowcases are about the biggest thing I can successfully measure here. And then it needs a trim piece. This is also, oh, this is a 42-inch yard. So I guess that's straight out. Oh, and this is going to be an upholstery yard or something. So this is going to be extra wide. Now this is this is a 56-inch bolt is what this came off of, so that'll be more than long enough for my top piece. I just have to find a good piece of trim fabric again. Come on, flatten out. Border is 11 inches, so we'll just cut this edge square. And then it's at 15, so 15 minus 11 is 4. Because this is an extra wide bolt, now I gotta cut it down to my you know what, I can trim that when I get it pinned. So alright. I took a look, and I don't really have anything else. So this is that piece of fabric that's only a 42-inch wide bolt, and it needs to be 44. I'm going to use it for trim on the pillowcase, which means I'm going to cut it diagonal, which is incredibly wasteful, but if so, matching the 2 corners, diagonal here. bunch of. So 1 inch, 1, 2, 3/4. So there's my 1 3/4 mark. There we go. And, yep. Trim piece is long enough by cutting it diagonally. Okay, time to pin up the pillowcase. Now, I'm going to do what people are calling the burrito method, which means I have to find the side of this. This is the top piece. I'm going to decide which side of this is out. And I'm going to go with alright, like this side for my outside, and then take our trim piece, fold it in half, and remember I cut this on that goofy angle, so I gotta fold it in half and alright, so got the right side up, the right side, and then this is the right side out, wrong side folded together on that piece of trim. And burrito method involves rolling up, alright, there we go. So what will be the inside of that trim is here now. We'll stitch along there and then turn this and pin it and stitch it one more time and we'll be done. So, okay, so I made a mistake, and when I pinned that together the first time, I did it in the wrong order. I was supposed to put the burgundy top trim and then the main body of the pillowcase and then the small trim at the very top layer when I made my first stack before folding it over. So I had to pull my stitch out and repin it here in the correct order. And then I restitched it the same way and had to then start turning it. The burrito method, you then have to turn your entire long piece out to get it facing the correct direction. And after you have it turned to the correct side, then you have to press it and fold it and do the final stitch. So, ironing this pillowcase, the top edge here, I started on the back side, just pushing that seam up, turn it over, and you can see that that trim there is going to look pretty good, and this is going to be a bit harder. Alright, now to get this to press up. So first I pressed my trim down, and then you saw I steamed and pushed up on that part there, and now this top edge is pressed so that I can fold it and do the final stitch. Alright, this pillowcase, it's time to pin it one more time before we sew it. And the important thing on this step is to start at the top edge and actually pin the bottom of the top together so that that matches. Either side of this seam so that that seam matches up when I'm done, and then match the top edge here. And now there's going to be a little wrinkle, so gotta pin, split the wrinkle, and then pin very tightly on either side of this so that you don't end up with a big noticeable wrinkle. Okay, I got this burgundy thread back in the machine, and I'm going to stitch this pillowcase up. Okay, so there are a lot of ways to finish these edges so that they don't fray once you've got the pillowcase turned inside out. You can do a French seam where you press these both open all the way and stitch again just on the inside, and then when you fold it all over it's double bent there. I'm just throwing a really wide zigzag triple stitch on there because that'll hold everything together really nice. But because the top here is so many layers, I'm going to carefully trim this back. That should really hold that edge now. Alright, time to throw everything I sewed in the washer and dry it out, and should be finished.